Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Blaze of the Eternal Flames, and as usual with our day, we're gonna have ourselves a bit of news. Now, a couple things we need to go over, and this is, just something that we need to talk about as a general statement. We ran into kind of an interesting issue yesterday, and I am by all means not happy at all. Some random company that's not even a real company tried to lay copyright claim to something I had done. I was actually going to leave it as a surprise at first, but we were doing XCOM, and when we went to put up the video, during the cutscene, about halfway through the cutscene, apparently we ended up with a copyright infringement. I'm like, okay, it's gotta, be this one company, right? It's gotta be 2K or something like that, right? Right? That seems logical because 2K is the owner of the game. It was not. Believe it or not, this was a company that was named very peculiarly, or peculiar. You guys know what I'm saying. Anyways, as the situation stood, we sat there and we looked at this and we tried to dig up what the company was because it's like, okay, maybe it's, just one of those awkward companies that ends up working with these big companies and this is the rightful due. And, stuff happens. Though, frankly, a lot of XCOM videos have been put out, right? And it's like, okay, well, whatever. Something might have happened or whatever. So we looked into it. Come to find out, it's a no-bay company that doesn't exist. And I cannot tell you how angry I was to actually find out about this. We basically put in 6 hours trying to get the recording done. Yeah, you heard me. 6 hours. Most of that ended up actually being troubleshooting. Now, granted, troubleshooting is something we're going to do regardless, just to make sure that you guys get the best entertainment possible. But here's basically where my anger pops in. I don't care if 2K flags me. 2K flags me and says, no, you can't show this cutscene. If you do, you owe us a certain allotted sum of money. Honestly, I give it to them. These guys, when it's a cutscene, these guys work their asses off. As an animator, I can tell you, these guys openly work their asses off on the regular basis to bring a pretty high level of entertainment to us. I mean, look at Borderlands and Borderlands 2. These were, thrown out there by 2K, and they're pretty straightforward, awesome. You can't deny the fact that there had to have been a large amount of love that went into the creation of those games, right? So this is kind of my big anger issue. And this is where I kind of need you, the audience, to help not just me, but several other people. Because even Toll Biscuit has kind of gone off on this one. Because it's that serious of an issue. These small, nobody, fake companies are stealing not just video footage and stuff like that. They're trying to basically make a quick buck off of us smaller people. Now, a couple of you are probably going, well, yeah, there's always going to be this, and this is always going to happen. You're right. You're actually perfectly right. This is always going to happen. But when it happens at the point to where they're not just hitting us small people, but they're also hitting the big people who give us these fine products and things like that, it's an issue. It's a legitimate issue that needs to be hit. I'm literally waiting for one of these guys to try and come up and say, yeah, that animation, yeah, that's not yours, that's ours. I'm waiting on it. And a couple of you guys have seen my animations. A couple of you haven't seen much out of me. I don't do as many animations as I wish I did. But I do have enough that I'm fairly proud of what I do, you know? I like to work in many different areas and basically try to get as much going as possible. The moment they try and steal my stuff, I'm openly gonna hit them like a brick. But for a cutscene done by like 2K and that, even if I had, the open written rights, I wouldn't claim it's just not doable. I respect the animators in that too much. Unless I'm literally told, yeah, you can put this on your channel, we don't care, feel free to do as you please, then yeah, you know. So yeah, from here on out until this gets settled, and I do mean settled, we are going to be cutting cutscenes from the games, or at least the movie-based cutscenes. If it's done in the game engine and stuff like that, frankly, I don't care. I'm still gonna put it in there unless I get flagged for that as well. In which case, well, I don't know what to tell you guys. I'll try and let you guys know what's happening as that happens, but hopefully that will never be the case. If anything, I would very much like for that never to be the case. You know? So on that note, you guys are probably wondering, well, what are you modeling? Well, that's a secret. Here's the thing. I got a couple projects coming down the pipeline. Some of them better than others, but this one is one that is openly almost a fanboydom of mine. This one actually is going to be a fan-made production for a particular, I want to say, story that I liked. Me and my friends, or at least my closer friends, have been kind of making a joke that this was done in another country, and we basically been saying this is too American for America because it never made it to the States, and it's almost hilarious the fact that it never made it to the States because it doesn't make fun of us. It actually does not make fun of us. It's one of the few times that something has not made it to the States that probably actually glorifies us to a degree, which is just fantastic. It kind of shows that no, we're not just hypocritical bastards as the world likes to generously try to point out to us on the regular basis. That we're always pretty well looked down on because, let's face it, America. We definitely like to flaunt ourselves way too damn much. It's a problem. We need to fix it. Especially seeing as if the rest of the world is seeing us that way, we've obviously done something horribly, horribly wrong because I'd like to believe that we as Americans aren't that damn bad. I mean, granted, we got some bad people, We got some really bad people. But we're not that bad. Come on, guys. The American public isn't that damn, absurd. Anyways, so you guys will hopefully see an animation of this coming out here soon if I can get this done. And if you notice, I'm doing him in pieces. He's kind of a robot. And I'm not talking Transformers robot either. I mean, this guy, he's a humanoid robot, and he's awesome. And frankly, I think you guys are going to love him. But we're going to have to wait and see how that one's going. So what about other things? What about Let's Plays and stuff like that? Because obviously this is a mixed channel. We do a little bit of everything, right? A little bit of animation, a little bit of gameplay. We try to be as diverse as possible, within reason, right? So what's coming down the pipeline? Well, we've obviously got Soul Reaver 2, which, mind you, this game, I'm not even going to joke with you guys. This game has been the biggest problem child I've ever had in my life of trying to record something. And I've tried to record several things in the past. I mean, this channel has been waiting for this kind of facelift of getting games and stuff in here. And I shit you not, if this particular piece, this particular game has not been the most troublesome thing to record, and for various reasons. It's overall, I guess the best way to put it is it's a bad port. Now, for those of you who don't know what a bad port is, it basically means it came from a different system, and it was brought over to PC, and yeah, that's basically a port. But it's really, really bad, guys. I mean, I have a PS2 controller. I have a PS2 effing controller, and this game won't even recognize it. Soul Reaver 1 recognized it, which is funny because this means that the predecessor got a better port than the sequel, which is like, why? Why would you let that one happen? Why would you openly screw that one up? That's Come on, guys. I know some game designers actually look at these channels and stuff. Guys, come on. Seriously. Fix the port. Or if you're not gonna fix it, keep in mind next time. Don't let this shit happen. This is bad. This is really bad. Okay, so moving on to other things. Soul Reaver 2 obviously coming out pipeline. What about Myra's Place? Well, she's actually been kind of flooded lately. And this is because we have her doing a bunch of other work, that I don't do. I do the recording, I do the editing and stuff like that. Believe it or not, she does most of the Facebook stuff and things like that. So what's this mean for Myra Plays? Well, it means that she's busy. She probably won't be able to get around to them, and we don't even know if there's going to be another one in the future. That's right, that one might actually be dead. And not because she doesn't want to, more because, life kind of takes hold. It's a thing. So, can't say don't expect them, but don't get your hopes up either. Don't hope for what might not come. I know that's a kind of a sad thing to say, because a couple of you, I can even name off people if I wanted to, have been waiting for these. And I'm sorry, guys. They're probably not coming, or if they are coming, they're gonna be a while. One of the two. So, all apologies put forward. Stuff happens, and just don't really know what to say. So there's that. So let's see, what else do we gotta cover? Well, let's see, we got Dead Space. That's going to be coming out. We're talking about Outlast. And we're talking about some hardcore games. Like, we're looking to actually play a bit of Metro. Now, preferably, Metro Last Light. And even more preferably, with Ranger Mode. Yeah, you heard me, Ranger Mode. Now, what's Ranger Mode? That's hard mode. I mean, this is openly hard mode. This is when we plan on getting our asses more or less handed to us. Okay, that's an actual thing. We have every intention of letting you guys see us kind of get a beat down. Now, that says a lot right there, because that's openly saying that we're willing to let you guys witness us fail. Failure is a big thing, because I cannot tell you how many channels I watch on YouTube that show games, and it's a highlight reel. It's a highlight reel of all the things you did right. What's the problem with this? Well, great, you look awesome. Are you supposed to be epic? Because if you are, cool. If you're not, you kind of ditch the rest of humanity, and frankly, it makes you almost unlikable. Yeah, you kind of heard me on that. I just called you out and made you be told you're unlikable. That's an actual thing. So, okay, so what's that mean for this channel? Well, like I said, we're gonna fail. And there might even be cases where we just fail hardcore. Do we want to? Of course not. Failing's not exactly the best way to do things. We want to make sure that we look awesome too. But the best way to look awesome, at least in my opinion, is to show that you're human. So we're going to play a couple games, including XCOM, with Iron Man mode, and, all these hard modes, and kind of prove the fact that whilst we do want to be awesome, we're human. We're vastly human. And we can screw up. So that's actually a thing. Okay. So what else do we gotta talk about? I guess there's not too much more. I mean, I could sit here, I can ramble, and I could kind of pick your brains and try to figure out stuff. But fact is I think it's almost better for you guys to kind of just see the rest as it happens. Now, am I going to continue to show off this model? Actually, probably not. You guys might see this a little bit each week as I work on it piece by piece. And in other cases, you guys might see me working on other pieces. You know, with any luck, I hope to have quite a bit going. And for those of you who know what this is, shh, don't tell them in the comments. They need to learn on their own. And when it's done, and when the animation's done, I will give you all links to the show. That's right. I will show off this show, let you guys all see exactly what I'm fanboying over here. So, that's been it for today. This is Blaze, otherwise known as DH Blaze. We hope to see you next time. And stay well, stay safe, and just remember, you've been thunderstruck!